Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to start talking about some of the first few transfers that have happened for West Ham United so far this January transfer window. This is currently the 8th of January. The window's been open for about a week now, roughly, and some business has happened. Some clubs have been hit majorly with, COVID funds, so there's some deals here or there that, might not be possible as we look to build on our squad and continue our amazing run that we've had so far. But first of all, we're going to talk about some of the first transfers that have gone out from the club. They've moved on. And the first one I've got here is Robert Snodgrass. Now, technically speaking, he's not one of the most gifted, most, amazing, agile players on the ball. He's not going to do your flicks and your tricks. But he's going to put a 10 out of 10 shift in. He's moved to West Bromwich Albion, as you can see, who is under the former West Ham manager, big fat slobby Sam Allardyce, in hopes to get them out of that relegation trouble that they are in after they've conceded 13 goals in 4 matches, I believe it is. His first 4 matches in charge of West Brom. It's going to be a tough one for him. But Snodgrass did end up make up 75 Premier League appearances, which includes substitutions, for West Ham in the space of, I'm going to say 4.5 seasons, maybe 5 seasons, roughly. So it's quite a while. But he got 7 goals as well, and a few assists here and there. He did have some decent contribution. The fee is obviously undisclosed because I don't think it's that much, and I don't think it's worth caring about. From a business point of view, I think it's good that he goes out and gets game time because he is a decent player and he will get it. And if he plays with the commitment he had at West Ham, certainly I think he would make a difference to West Brom. So I think for both parties, I think that's a good deal. But obviously that's one less body. So, we might need to, bring up the depth a little bit in our team. But that moves us on to the next person. Mr. Haller, the one that every West Ham fan has been talking about since the summer. Why is he still here? Simple answer, really. He's not anymore. And to be fair, his stats aren't the worst. I feel like back 3-4 years ago we had Simone Zaza and Jonathan Calleri, I think his name was. They were worse than Haller, but in the end we paid 45 million for a striker that just wasn't performing week in, week out, and didn't fit our system. Like, if you play the way Antonio plays, he would have probably bagged, that would be up to 20 plus, and the stats would actually be relatively solid. But 10 goals in 48 games for a striker at £45 million nowadays, it's unacceptable, really. We can't really live on that. So he's got to Ajax, as they play a better system, I think, for him. And they're going to play him, obviously. £20.2 million is what we've got in return. So we've made about £24 million loss, which on the market side is not good at all. But on the business side, I do think we need rid of him. He wasn't fitting in at all. Obviously, Antonio's been out about a month and a half, 2 months now. And Haller's just not looked the part. He's had that one over kick goal, and I genuinely think that's been it. Which, obviously, that one goal could be worth £500,000 on its own, but that's still a lot of money you got to make up, and it's just not happened for him. So I think for both parties, again, this is a very good deal. I think there is a good striker in him. There's ability, but just not with us. But this does beg the question, obviously. Our only main out-and-out striker now is Antonio. Yarmolenko technically could play striker. It's not out with his ability, but he's getting old, and he's also not the most injury free, if you like. He can be a bit injury prone, and he also won't last a full 90 minutes like an Antonio probably could. So obviously we've been linked to every player under the sun, but here's a few that have been listed as potential replacements for the Sebastian Haller at West Ham United. The first one that pops up is Mr. Lassina Traore. Now, he is currently at Ajax, obviously a very young striker, and he's been the main striker, I believe, of this Ajax side this season. He's currently injured, so I don't think he wouldn't come in straight away if we did end up signing him. And I don't see Ajax getting rid of him because their other striker, apart from their obviously Haller, is Klaas-Jan Huntelaar, who is certainly not getting any younger and is not getting any better. So this is why it's a 4 out of 10 on odds of the transfer happening. I just don't see it right now. Summer, maybe, but right now for us, I don't quite see it. I don't quite see it. It'd be good. I think he'd be a good fit, a good addition. He's young, so he'd have time. But right now, I don't think it's quite what we're after. Now, next up, Olivier Giroud. Obviously, the well-known Chelsea player who's probably been the most prolific striker at Chelsea this season, but yet still not getting played over Timo Werner, who can't score a goal to save his career, really. Which is why, again, Olivier Giroud's got bad odds. Of course, we could offer probably Giroud a lot more game time, and like minimum he'll be on the bench. If he's not on the bench, he's playing. And with Antonio's constant injury-prone ability, I think Olivier Giroud would get a lot more game time than he thinks, because obviously he wants to get back in that France squad, as it probably could be his last Euros, and maybe the World Cup after. But he's running out of time, obviously, internationally, and he still wants to be up there. Will it happen? I can't see Chelsea letting him go, but if we could offer the right deal and put in the wages, maybe we could get him, even on a loan, and just say, we're going to give you game time, we'll play you. I'd certainly take him. I think he's especially with the amount of crosses we can do, his aerial ability in the box is one of the best that you'll ever see in modern day football. So I think he'd be a great addition. As with the next person, quite obviously, Musa Dembele, obviously a very, very well-known striker nowadays. Got going at Celtic, moved to Lyon, and he's carried it on into a bigger and better league. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about this boy. He'd be top notch. He could probably play for one of the top 4, top 6 teams in the Premier League, and he's probably worth it. Will he move? Absolutely not in the January. Not a sniff a chance. He is currently in a title chase with Lyon, and he's going to cost more than 20.2 million that we got for Haller. Even though we freed up wages, he would probably take up even more of that than Haller did. So do I see Musa Dembele moving, even at a relatively good age of 24, in January? No. In the summer, when more funds are available? Maybe. The French league has had a lot of issues financially, so some players might end up going for cheaper. So it's a market to keep on the lookout for. And there is a couple more that I've found because, again, like I said, we're linked to absolutely everyone. Here are 2 more that we're linked to. First up, we'll go with Adam Rozek. I'm going to call him Rozek because I don't actually know how to say his bloody name. He plays at Slavia Prague, which, ironically, Tomas Souček and Vladimir Soufal have come from. Our 2 probably best players, 2 of our best players this season, definitely. And Souček is recommended, I believe, Rozek to West Ham, saying he would be a good fit, and he's only 18, but he's just ready like every other striker, so he could get straight into the first team. I'd be interested to see if we do make a move for him. I think there is potential, obviously, because we're starting to get Slavia Prague links left, right, and centre. Because obviously Souček comes in, does brilliant, recommends Soufal, bring him in, is brilliant. So maybe Slavia Prague is a secret gem that we've actually uncovered. Would I like him as a signing? Yes, very young, and again, he plays for Slavia Prague, so he's played in a not a very big league, but he's played in Europa League or Champions League, I believe, for Slavia Prague. So he's got experience in international football. International football technically as well. So would he fit in? Absolutely. Do we go for him? I don't know. There's a lot of EU talk right now because of you've got to be each nation that's in because of our Brexit. Each nation is a certain tier. And each player has to have a certain amount of points to get a visa, I believe, to float across, and it's a lot of rubbish as far as Brexit goes, but apparently it makes Slavia Prague players harder for us to get. But we'll see. He could be a summer move. I feel like a lot of problems could be a summer move more than anything. And the last one I've got up here is Buladia. I believe that's how you say his name. I butchered that probably. Buladia currently plays for Stade de Reims in the Ligue 1 in France. 24 years old. He scored 10 goals apparently so far this season, which is a very solid enough return, very good. And again, the French league has this financial issue, and apparently we're being linked to him quite a lot now. And apparently we have made contact with Buladia about a potential move. Currently, I don't know what the fees are going to be amongst any of these players. I mean, could we get a loan on some of them? I'd say a loan on Giroud. I can't see a loan on Traore or Dembele. Can't see a loan on Rozek either. So I feel like of the so far rumoured players for West Ham, Buladia Buladia is probably right now the most likely, but at this moment I think we've been linked to someone from Montpellier now as well. So really, we are just getting linked to every striker under the sun that we can afford. But it'll be interesting to see how it goes, because honestly, it's only been a week. We've still got 3 weeks to go or so, probably 3 weeks. So it'll be exciting to see what happens. I think there's a lot more transfers to come for West Ham, I believe. And I want you to comment below what you think on the deals we've made so far and the potential striker transfers that we could have. Or is there anyone else you think maybe we should go and get? We lost Snodgrass, so maybe we do need another person on the bench. Maybe we look to our youth. Do our youth have potential? Who knows? We've already brought up Rice and Johnston now from the youth academy. They've come through and they've done amazing jobs. We've moved some on, unfortunately. I've forgotten their names. Roos Oxford's one of them. He moved to Gladbach, now is currently at Augsburg, playing the Bundesliga. And Mr. Josh Cullen, who was playing the Carabao Cup at the start of the season, was highly rated by all the fans and said, let's keep him, let's play him, let's get him on the bench minimum, get some game time, get us experience. What do? We move him to Anderlecht. I believe it's Anderlecht. We move him to bloody Anderlecht. We get rid of him. It's absolutely shocking. But we'll see. Just everyone comment below. Give us a subscribe if you want to see more West Ham information. I will try and update this channel as much as I can now, because we're going to start getting the games again. Stockport County's coming up, so there will be a lineup prediction issued on Sunday with a following reaction to the match Monday night or Tuesday. So we have a couple more videos coming up and then some more details. But for now, hope you liked, hope you enjoyed. Have a good one.